Do you know what one of my favorite animals is at the zoo? The monkeys. They always seem so silly and like they're getting into trouble, especially when it's the baby monkeys with the mama. You don't ever get in trouble at home, do you? Or at school? Oh, I hope not. Let's learn about a little monkey and a man in a yellow hat. From the Curious George series by Margaret and H.A.R.vey. They've written several stories about this monkey, and this one is Curious George Takes a Train. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Do you know what curious means? It means like when you have a lot of questions, when you wonder about things and want to know more. This morning, George and the man with the yellow hat were at the train station. They were taking a trip to the country with their friend, Mrs. Needleman. But first, they had to get tickets. Inside the station, everyone was in a hurry. People rushed to buy newspapers to read and treats to eat. Then, they rushed to catch their trains. But one little boy with a brand new toy engine was not in a hurry, nor with a small crowd next to him. They were just standing in a row in the same spot, looking up. George looked up too. A train master was moving numbers and letters on a big sign, but the train master was called away. But his job did not look done. George was curious. Could he help? That's George the monkey. George climbed up in a flash. Then, just like the train master, he picked a letter off the sign and put it in a different place. Next, he took the number 9 and put it near a 2. George moved more letters and more numbers. He was glad to be such a big help. What do you think's going to happen? Was it okay that George was doing this? "Hey!" yelled a man from below. "I can't tell when my train leaves." "What track is my train on?" asked another man. "What's the monkey doing up there?" demanded a woman. She did not sound happy. The train master did not sound happy either. "Come down from there right now!" he hollered at George. Poor George. It's too easy for a monkey to get into trouble, but lucky for George, it's also easy for a monkey to get out of trouble. When you get in trouble, do you know how to get out of trouble too? Just don't get in trouble. That's the easiest way. Right then, the conductor shouted, "All aboard!" A crowd of people rushed towards the train. George simply slid down a pole. Scurried over a suitcase and squeezed with the crowd through the gate. There, he found the perfect hiding spot for a monkey. The little boy with the toy engine also ran through the gate. "Look, Daddy," he said, "a train!" His father looked up. "Come back, son," he yelled. "That's not our train." But it was too late. The gate locked behind him. The boy began to cry. He saw the boy's toy roll toward the track. The boy ran after it. Oh no, what could happen if you run towards train tracks and there's a train coming? What would happen? This time, George knew he could help. He leaped out of his hiding place and ran fast. George grabbed the toy engine before the little boy came too close to the track. Whew! What a close call! So looking at this picture, where do you think was George's hiding spot? I think he jumped out of the garbage can. When the train master opened the gate, the boy's father ran to his son. The boy was not crying now. He was playing with his new friend. And who's that new friend? That's right, the monkey Curious George. So there you are, said the train master when he saw George. You sure made a lot of trouble on the big board. Please don't be upset with him, said the boy's father. He saved my son. The people on the platform agreed. They had seen what happened, and they clapped and cheered. George was a hero. Just then, the man with the yellow hat arrived with Mrs. Needleman. It's time to go, George, he said. Here comes our train. This is our train too, the father said. The little boy was excited. Can George ride with us? He asked. And he did, right up front. Have you ever been on a train? What about an airplane? And what about a bus? Yeah, a school bus counts too. We'll see another time additional adventures of the curious monkey and the man in the yellow hat.